And the PGA Tour is in town for the 63rd Annual American Express with play starting on Thursday going through Sunday. We're going to have you covered all week right here on the Best Local Sports Show. Our coverage begins tonight with Sports Director Blake Arthur with an in-depth look at the golf courses that'll host play later on this week.
All right, here with the head agronomist at PGA West, Chris May, joining us today. Going to talk about the course conditions that we're going to expect this week. What can you tell us about PGA West Stadium course and where we are now, the PGA West Nicklaus Tournament course?
Well, I can say that we had a really successful overseed this year. The weather, as you may recall, last fall was incredibly hot in October and November, and it just burned a lot of it out. But we had really prime conditions, and it shows. There's no question about it. The densities and the colors that we're getting this year are second to none. So we're really excited about it, and I think the whole desert is seeing that as well. So it's really shaping up nicely.
In years past, we've seen this tournament basically turn into a shootout. You know, you got to go low out here, a lot of birdies. Can we expect a lot more birdies? I mean, we saw that in Hawaii. Are we going to expect the same this week?
They call it the Dome because there's not a lot of wind and it's pretty stable playing conditions out here. So you never know. The guys are really good, that's for sure. But we'll challenge them all that we can. It's going to be a really firm and fast setup this year. So it's been nothing like this in the past. We get firmer every year, and this year will be no different.
Usually in a Pro-Am, pins are right there in the middle. This year we can expect maybe some tucked behind some bunkers and some tougher pin locations.
Well, it started with COVID, and when we had our first break from the amateurs, we were able to really crank up the speeds and the firmness levels because then there were only tour players out here. And so it was enjoyed so much by the tour players. They said keep it firm, keep it fast, and keep a little bit tougher pin placements. And so they're going to see that again, but the amateurs didn't see that last year. So it is much firmer for them.
If you had to say one's going to play tougher, one's going to play easier, I mean, what kind of shot difference are we talking as far as Stadium and Nicklaus?
Stadium always plays a little tougher.
Right,
there's no question about it. If you're off the fairways, you're in trouble there. There's no question about it. But the heat will make the ball go a little bit farther, but it also makes the greens firmer and faster, so sometimes that offsets. I'm not betting any money on anybody this year.
All right, well, you can bet that Chris will be here. He's going to have the course dialed in. We appreciate the time. Thank you so much.
Anytime. Good to see you. Thanks for coming out.